Good afternoon, everyone. It's Farmer Jill back again with another worm bin. I'm worm farming today. As my shirt says so. And we're checking in on these bins. These are the younger bins, low population, but we are chugging away. I mean, we've got progress here. 2024 is going to be our year. Maybe our catch-up year. I hope and pray. This bin looks good. I love that cardboard's getting all broke apart. I am gonna stop putting that cardboard up there. I don't know. I just care for it. Leaves. I love the leaves up there. They break down fast, and then each time when I turn, just goes right down in there. So this bin, when I come from the side and to the center, I see a little bit more standing water here in the center. This is a very glossy look to it. So I'm going to want to turn that glossy in so that this stuff over here on the sides, which has been drying out all along, it looks like I turned it last on December 17th, can get mixed in with that really moist center. So moisture levels are a bit much here. I am not 100%, the little teeniest, tiniest baby worm there. I don't think it's too much, but I sure don't want any more. Lots of little ones hatching out in this bin, so that's really good. Our numbers are coming along. It's just going to take some time. I see cocoons, definite cocoons in here. So I'm just going to turn this debris so that we get more aerobic conditions going back in here, because I know down in that bottom where that really high gloss, see that high gloss? Not sure if you can see that high gloss area. I'm pretty sure that's kind of anaerobic. Don't like that. I just don't. Now, these guys love a lot of moisture, but they don't need that much. You don't want the tea dripping out the bottom, in my opinion. Just my opinion, just from what I've seen under the microscope with the human pathogen levels of that tea when it goes anaerobic. Maybe in the future that's all going to change, but as of right now, they do not want that in your BioComplete products. That's not good. So we got to keep these things aerated, and we got to keep the moisture levels down so we don't have any standing water to allow those pathogens to thrive. This one hopefully gets dried out a little more. I'm not going to say that it needs a red flag, like the red bead, because I don't think it's going to end up getting more moist at all. I think now that we're mixing it a little more, it's going to get better, and not going to have to worry about that. But that's what you see when you see that real glossy, these really big chunks of whatever sticking together. You want those broke up. You want air in there. That way you're not harboring those type of pathogens. Okay. This bin looks good. My numbers are coming up in here. I would say this is almost... No, I'm not going to put a gray bead on it yet. But as soon as these babies start really getting larger and more mature, which is going to take a while, then I can. So we're going to give them some banana. Not going to give them much food, but I want them to have something. I think it really boosts them. to have that stuff there. I think they would prefer that over the bedding, maybe, even though this bedding is really good bedding to be feeding these guys. I mean, manure, leaves, what else? I add into that bedding that makes it good for them. Next time around, when I decide if I'm going to skip over to raising these breeders, I'm going to use my BioComplete compost as my bedding, because I've got one pile that is ready now. I like the fact that it's winter out, and so I think that would eliminate any type of earthworms from getting in that. I think that's part of the reason that you want to heat that up and through the thermophilic phase, is because that's going to kill all of the cocoons in there, and it's going to get rid of the worms. Just take off. They're out of that bin. They just take off, go down into the soil, because I've got mine up on a pallet. So the worms that were in there, they get out of there, and that way you're not possibly contaminating your, like, red wigglers with Indian blues or something that is native here in your soil. Think about that. So anyway, if I decide that I'm going to take all this bedding, move it to nursery bins, and I'll just pull out X number of worms to put in as a breeder bin, that's where I think I'm going to get my bedding from. It's compost bedding. And then start them all over again, producing the cocoons and repopulating. I need to do research on stimulating them to breed. What's the population for the cubic centimeter of bedding, and how much food, how often, all of that, so I can really get my numbers going. But whew, I'm just trying to keep these things alive for right now. Now we'll advance. The more we learn, the better we'll do. But thanks a lot for watching A Day in the Life of a Worm Farmer. Jill. Here at Jill B's Menagerie on the mothership.